Hey guys, it's Mike.
It's Dan.
Well, we might now know the reason why there's some whitewashing in Hollywood.
Yes.
At least for this one particular instance.
That's right. This one came out, this news people knew about before the Scarlett Johansson thing.
Yeah.
Basically, Doctor Strange is being made right now. Like, for example, the ancient one in Doctor Strange is casted by Tilda Swinton, who is, I think she's Irish, or she could be British.
She that woman, I don't know her.
She is like pale as the
she's very
white marble.
Yeah, she's that woman on those movies that she played that Ice Queen thing in that Compass movie or something.
She plays these roles that require, because of her look, she can play like a villain or like a person that's very like has a lot of wisdom. Perfect for the ancient one, right? But of course, according to the comics, the ancient one is supposed to be a Tibetan monk. Yeah. It's the ancient one. And the story of Doctor Strange, if you're not familiar, is a Westerner going to Asia and obtaining basically supernormal powers.
This is basically what do you call that? What was that movie? With the little kid.
Wait, what's that? Gee, Mike,
the little kid.
What's up with the little kid?
It was that popular children's movie book that it turned into this movie where everybody was like basically white.
Yo, you have a really bad memory.
You guys know what I'm saying?
Yo, I literally...
They made a little monk kid.
Right.
White as
You mean Airbender?
Airbender, yeah.
Airbender, yes.
Avatar.
Not Avatar. It's the last Airbender, right? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they...
Talking about.
Yeah. Well, so... I didn't have that problem with the ancient one being cast as Tilda Swinton. It's if they it's not.
I got a problem with it.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I do have a problem with it in general, but this one I kind of was like, okay, if this is just Hollywood being Hollywood.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about that part. What we're talking about now is now news has come out and now it gets a little more interesting. Okay.
A lot more interesting.
Ooh. So screenwriters of the upcoming Marvel movie, have, I guess, said or have been alluding to one of the reasons why they casted a non-Asian or a non-Tibetan is that they don't want to piss off the Chinese government.
Right. Because you guys know, this is how the market goes. China, here's how it works. China allows a certain number of Western movies in every single year. Limited number. And whoever gets let in gets to make a lot of money.
This is like, I would compare it to this. Basically, me and you are like candy companies, right? And only kids eat candy. And basically, somebody's like, you can have access to one of the largest. There's literally billions of kids right there. They all want your candy, but only one of us gets in. What would we do? Well, we'd be like, hey, hey, come here. Let me talk to you a sec. So what do you want me to do? I'll put anything you want in this candy. What do you think they would like? That's basically what it is.
I'll tell you guys the extreme of it. There was a movie a lot of years ago, called Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yep.
Which, if you guys remember, it was what was that guy's name? Miley Cyrus's boyfriend or husband or whatever plays in that movie.
Miley Cyrus's boyfriend?
Yeah, one
Hemsworth?
of the Hemsworth brothers played in that movie.
Liam Hemsworth. Yeah.
Right. So in the original movie, it was supposed to be the Chinese that invaded.
Right.
Okay, but they changed all that to the North Korea. First of all, North Korea is not going to invade Seattle. I mean, North Korea can't invade anything.
No.
So North Korea invaded. They changed it to North Korea just so they can have a chance to get into the Chinese market.
Did they get into the Chinese market eventually?
I don't know.
So guys, and also, if you don't know, people like Richard Gere and Brad Pitt are literally banned.
Yeah. Banned
from China.
Yeah.
They can't go in there.
No.
Because Brad Pitt made 7 years in Tibet.
Yeah.
And Richard Gere.
Well, he's a renowned Buddhist.
Yes, and it's open. Like I actually met him.
Dalai Lama.
Yeah. I met him. I interviewed him before, and he's basically telling us about that. And guys, this is a really serious thing. It's not just something that's like, oh, the Chinese government doesn't like Tibet. Like, if a Marvel will go to these extremes to satisfy this, like, to me, like, this is not okay on an ethical level, on a moral level, because you're basically like
you're kowtowing to a regime.
Exactly. And you know what? There are people out there that are gonna be like, well, of course, because they want business. That's not okay. Is it okay? Why can't you do business openly and with dignity and with morals? Why can't you do that? That you're basically saying like, oh, it's okay to dump a bunch of crap. Well, maybe it's not that extreme, but
let's from their perspective, from the company's perspective, this is what they do. Okay,
Right.
this is why they whitewash
Right.
characters, because they want a more. They think monetary wise, it's gonna be better than just
course.
being accurate.
Yes.
Right. So they do this stuff. We know they do this stuff. We shouldn't be surprised they do this stuff. Is it right? No.
Right.
Is it what they do? Yeah. So what can change it? I mean, the only thing that can really change it is like a lot of people stand up and be like, okay, people might be like, okay, what is the big deal? What is the big deal of them not casting like a Tibetan? What is the big deal of them not trying to offend China?
Right.
Well, the big deal is this: you don't know what is going on in China.
Exactly.
That is the big deal, because the Chinese state-controlled media doesn't allow anything to come out that you might find really deplorable that's happening in China.
Right.
But are those things happening in China? Every single day.
Right.
Why are the Tibetans? Why is this such a big issue? Why, if you go on a Google search in China, you won't find keywords Tibet freedom, you won't find keywords Taiwan independence,
Right.
because these are huge issues over there. If you're practicing Tibetan in China, you are considered a prisoner of conscience,
Right.
which means that you could be arrested. You can go to, they'll send you're going to be arrested. You go to forced labor camps. I mean, yeah, I get it that they still practice that in Tibet, because that's more of a less controlled region. But in a lot of cases, Tibetans, Falun Gong, Christians, house Christians,
Uyghurs, everything.
Uyghurs. You guys don't know this, but there are churches in China. But if you try to start a Bible study in your basement, you're considered a house church, and you're going to be arrested, taken to forced labor camps, and eventually be on a list for forced organ harvesting even.
Right.
So these are all the things in China that you don't know a lot about.
Right.
That's why these major studios, when they do something like this, it's you make a lot of money, but they're also kind of helping China cover up what they're continuing to cover up.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. That's why this makes me mad, way beyond things like Ghost in the Shell is played by ScarJo. That's the whole issue here. It's a form of censorship. You're basically like, they're like, oh yeah, we don't want to piss them off because we want to get our movie in there, but in an opportunity to maybe even bring awareness to this issue, because this is the exact thing that the Chinese government covers up.
Yeah.
Oppression of people, Tibetans, Falun Gong people, anybody that they want to oppress. And if anybody wants to talk about it, the Chinese government basically has the final say, and that is the problem. So basically, you're just bowing down to them. So and it happens in America, like American media won't say stuff because of that, and this is just kind of another form of it, and that's what really irks me about something like this. So hey guys, next time, like, I'm glad the screenwriter said something. Usually, like, I'm surprised they said that. I mean, that's
things
like
come out. You got so many people knowing about an issue, something's gonna leak. So it's good that this information got out there.
Absolutely.
And before, we're gonna get a lot of hate on this. You guys are talking. This is just truth.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you don't want to listen to the truth, go watch somebody else, please.
Yeah.
Don't watch us. Please.
Watch some people just laughing and
go watch
cursing.
it. Go watch somebody else. Whatever. We're not gonna get our feelings hurt.
Yeah.
But we're gonna tell you guys what's going on. I mean, this channel, we do a lot of sensational news. We talk about a lot of interesting topic that we find kind of goofy or whatever. We just want to keep it light.
Yeah.
But sometimes when an issue comes up, we're gonna talk about it. If you don't like that, then sorry.
Well, you can only
there's
just
20 billion other YouTube channels out there. You can. I mean, I hear there's a bunch of other Asians doing news somewhere. I don't know. You guys can watch those. But if you want to hear about the real issues, then I mean, we want to tell you guys about them as well. So
definitely
let us know your thoughts about this in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya
later.